right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, HaKodash. We'd like to give double honors to our elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect, and the 1/3. I don't have desires to be edifying and exhorting to you sincere brothers and few sincere sisters. All right, tuning in. We're on our way right now to the beloved brothers in Buffalo. Through the Spirit, we're gonna hold the Passover Adoratazah with them and rehearse this righteous, solemn ceremony. All right, which in the Spirit we do reverence that it is the Passover and deliverance from Egypt, but we also highly reverence the Passover of Yahawashi being the sacrificial lamb to give remission for sin. All right, this is why in Passover you have to drink the yayan, you have to drink the wine, which ultimately represents the blood of Yahawashi for remission of sin. And we're just going to read, we're in transit, as you can see, and we're just going to read Matthew 26, see where the Spirit takes us. We tried going live, but we must be in kind of like the outskirts. We wanted to go live for the brothers and sisters. We weren't able to, so we're just going to put it up after this epistle is done. The brother Kratazah is going to be the reader, and we're both going to speak. And we're going to start Matthew 26 and 1 and just go from there. And Lord's will, you're edified and exhorted. You got it, brother.
Matthew 26 and verse 1, and it says, "And it came to pass, when Yahawashi had finished all these sayings, he said unto his disciples, Ye know that after 2 days is the feast of the Passover, and the Son of Man is betrayed to be crucified."
Yeah, right there it said Yahawashi is letting them know, like, hey, this is about to happen, all right, during this high holy day. Because real quick, give Deuteronomy 16 and 16. See, that's one thing too. This is a law, which Christians, which you have no right talking about the law, because the law was only given to the nation of Israel, started with Moses, all right, and then it was ushered in through the Levitical priests, which was a shadowing of the priesthood of Melchizedek, because every male in the nation of Israel is not only a king, but he's also a priest. So we are rehearsing the laws that we are commanded to live by, even in captivity. But being in captivity, this is why we're just rehearsing. Okay, but real quick, get that point.
Yep. Deuteronomy 16 and verse 16. It says, 3 times in a year.
3 times in a year, every year,
shall all thy males appear before the Lord thy God.
All thy males. See, the Most High's pasture, the Most High's flock is a flock of men. All right, keep going.
And it says, in the place which he shall choose, and the feast of...
Right, like right now, it was the Spirit that set it up for us to go and be with these brothers out here in Buffalo. The brothers out here, they've been pushing. Our camp leader, Marar, he was with them. And then the Spirit allowed us to come to Rochester and come together. All right. And this is the Lord guiding us to go be with these brothers this year. All right. As well as many other years before that, because that's what the Lord chose. You see, it's all Yahawashi will. Keep going.
And it goes on to say, in the feast of unleavened bread,
which we're getting ready, which we're entering in. Yep.
And in the feast of weeks.
Yep.
And in the feast of tabernacles, and they shall not appear before the Lord empty.
Right. This is why we come. We bring yayan, incense. Well, keep reading. It'll actually explain it.
Verse 17. Every man shall give as he is able.
See, he's good. We bring what we're able to bring. All right. So we're bringing things that are for this ceremony, for this righteous ritual, but according to the measure that the Lord's given us. Because it says in 1 Samuel 2, the Most High makes a man rich or poor.
That's right.
So whatever we were able to bring is what the Lord allowed us to bring according to, keep going.
And it says, according to the blessing of the Lord thy God, which he hath given thee.
There you go. So we're bringing whatever the Lord blessed us with, talents or means or financial reasons, and we use that to bring according what is required for this ceremony, for this solemn assembly. That was the point. Now you go back, Baba Kasha.
Yep. Back in Matthew 26 and verse 3, then assembled together the chief priests and the scribes and the elders of the people unto the palace of the high priest, who was called Caiaphas. and consulted they that they might take Yahawashi by subtlety.
Look, so we're entering the Passover, but you got to realize the spirits that come around this time. This is why you find yourself the most tempted, all right, leading up to the Passover. You know, I myself wanted to just hit the road immediately and get with these brothers, you know, and shut the door, because there's so many temptations out here. You know, Satan will use women, he'll use your neighbors, he'll use co-workers, he'll use heathens, he'll use jakes, he'll use your mind, try to sway you and stir you, you know, from bringing in this high holy day, because it's very serious. All right, not only does it represent the deliverance, but the ultimate deliverance, because it tells you in Jeremiah, it shall no longer be known as the Lord that delivered the children out of Egypt, but the land of the north. So Satan is being used to try to disrupt this reverencing of our ultimate deliverance. You know, shit, man, you go through a lot. You know, Satan will be messing with you, saying things, all types of stuff, man. You know, Satan was using the wicked high chief priest. He ultimately used the son of perdition, which was Judas, but that was set up for Yahushua's betrayal, so he could become that sacrificial lamb through crucifixion. Okay?
I got a quick scripture. This is the book of St. Luke 22 and verse 31. And the Lord Yahawashi said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat.
Right, through inward agitation. All right? Hey, some of you brothers might be feeling a little more aggravated than normal, agitated or annoyed. Just rebuke it. You know, just rebuke it. It's ultimately Satan, because in our spirit, we want to go into this Passover, you know, of course, joyful that we're able to reverence Yahawashi and understand the severity of it. But Satan will also get in the midst of that as well. You know, so just keep on your watch, be on your P's and Q's, as they say.
Yep.
Keep going, Bakasha.
And it says, and consulted that they might take Yahawashi by subtlety.
See? So right now we're in a season of people plotting against us. People are digging a pit for us to fall into. Okay? But remember, he that diggeth the pit shall fall therein. All right? So just like these wicked Israelites that were trying to set up Yahawashi, you got people out here that could be in a spirit to try to set us up, you know, in little ways, you know, disrupt your job, your finances, your living situation. It's all just to try to get you out of the spirit. But you got to be aware of that and stay in the spirit, you know, constantly praying. Now is the time to pray more than ever, okay? Praying that we make it safe, make it back safe. Pray that the Lord confound our enemies, you know, things of that nature, you know.
And it goes on to say in verse 5.
Hell, shit, us even trying to go live was a tribulation.
Hell yeah, bro.
You know, the phone wouldn't set up. There wasn't no connection to water, connection. And, you know, that can vex you. It's annoying, you know. But, you know, because other people out here, they get the perfect camera angles. You know, they get the streams right. You know, no issues. But hey, woe to you that received your consolation. Hey, we catch hell, you know, but all it's doing is purging and hardening us, okay? Getting us ready for this second Exodus.
That's right.
Because the first Passover was the first Exodus. Hence the book Exodus. All right? Keep reading.
And it says, and kill him. Verse 5.
Damn, they were setting up to kill him, man.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Verse 5. But they said, not on the feast day, lest there be an uproar among the people. It says, now when Yahawashi was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to whom purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor.
Now in the other books it says Judas said that.
Yep.
You know, which he was referenced as a thief. You know, so he was looking at it carnally, but that was all spiritual. Okay, and what that woman did was a very mighty work to give this precious ointment or balm and rub it on Yahawashi. Very mighty of her to do that.
Right.
Okay, keep going.
At verse 9 it says, for this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor. when Yahawashi understood it, he said unto them.
Can you look that up where Judas said it actually?
Yep.
I know we're in Matthew 26, but sometimes we got to parallel the books, you know, the accounts. Sometimes you got to go to other books on the same account just to get a different perspective per se. Just like a movie, it's all camera angles. So another book is just another camera angle. So I guess what you look in Google is, you know, Judas had said the ointment could have been sold.
All right, this thing ain't got a connection here.
Oh, you know, if you don't got a connection, it's fine. We're just what do they say? We're referencing it.
Yep.
So, brothers and sisters, you can look that up.
Got it. Right.
Oh, you
here.
got it? Oh, that's the water.
I got the app though.
Oh, okay.
St. John 12 and verse 3. Then took Mary a pound of ointment of spikenard.
So now this was Mary that did it. Yep.
Yep. Very costly, and anointed the feet of Yahawashi.
Yep.
And wiped his feet with her hair.
Wow.
And the house was filled with the odor of the ointment.
You know it smelled good.
Yeah, most definitely. Then said one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot.
Which this was Satan on him. You know, Satan will do that, man. Satan will make you say some dumb stuff sometimes, man. Yeah. You know, you got to be mindful of Satan's inward agitations. Even now, look at the camera. You know, Adoratazad stays. You know.
And it says, verse 4, Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, which should betray him. And it goes on to say, why was not this ointment sold for 300 pence and given to the poor? Then he said, not that he cared for the poor, but because...
Boom! I was going to say, he said that in strife.
Right. Not that he cared for the poor, but because he was a thief and had the bag and bare what was put therein.
So he was fully carnal. He was fully immersed in carnality. Mm-hmm. So be careful of carnality coming into the Passover. Be careful of leaven carnality of leaven. Okay? Be careful of that. All right, don't come into this Passover with a carnal mindset. Oh man, where Yayan? Where's it? Nah, we can't do that. We can't come into the Passover with that mindset, man. You know, that was that point. Let's jump back to Matthew.
Back in Matthew 26 and verse 9. Got my point. Verse 7.
Okay.
So it's like verse 9. Yep. It says, for this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor.
Yep.
When Yahawashi understood it, he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? For she have wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always.
See, because Yahawashi was getting ready to depart. And he said that in, is it okay, brother?
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep it centered.
Okay. And he said that in the book of John. And he said, why are you sorrowful? You know, it's need be that I gotta go into the Father.
Yep.
You know? So things are need be to happen. And that's what we're learning. We're learning to accept and understand the Lord's will, okay, according to our measure. At the end of the day, if there's times you may not understand why this is happening, what you ultimately have to accept that even though I don't understand, but this is the Lord's will. Oh, he says in Isaiah, my ways are not your ways. Okay, so you have to understand that, all right? You may have an idea, but your understanding is not to the Lord's understanding, all right? Let's keep going.
All right. Back in Matthew 26 and verse verse 11. For ye have the poor always with you, but me have not always.
Yeah, and the poor rich with faith. And it say I've chosen the poor out of this world, rich with faith.
That's right.
I think it's like James 2 and 5 or something.
Yep, you want that?
If the Spirit allows, but if not, we're just quoting some of them.
All right.
Hey, like, we're just moving in the Spirit. It's an in transit, you know. It's just on our spirit. We're coming into bringing in a high holy day.
A very solemn one too.
Very solemn day. You know.
Verse 13, it says, verse 12, it says, for in that she have poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial.
See?
That's heavy, bro.
Yes, very heavy.
That's heavy. Verse 13, verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this, that this woman have done, be told for a memorial of her. Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went unto the chief priests and said unto them, what will ye give me, and I will deliver him unto you? And they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver. And from that time he sought an opportunity to
a high level spirit of betrayal was surrounding Yahawashi's crucifixion. Okay, a high level spirit of betrayal in the midst of the brotherhood. So, you know, be aware of betrayal in this season, okay? You got to understand that, because in the days of our persecution, it will be through betrayal as well. It tells you that in Luke 21. Some of them will be caused you to put to death. Can you get that? Luke 21, 16, 17, maybe 18, one of them. But just that point, Baba Kushag. Luke 21, I think it's 16, 17, or 18, maybe even 19.
I got you. St. Luke 21 and verse 16. It says, and ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolk.
Was not Judas Yahawashi's brethren?
Yeah.
Who were my brother? Those that do the will. Now, in that moment, guess what? He still was doing the will of the Most High. Okay? Because how else would Yahawashi have been led up to be numbered amongst the transgressors and ultimately betrayed to be crucified?
Yep.
You know?
That's right. That's right, bro. It says, and friends.
Just like us, how will that come? How would that play out for us? It's going to have to be through betrayal by someone close.
And that's scary, you know.
But that's the Lord's will.
Right.
You know, that's what we're learning. You know, we're learning to accept the Lord's will. You know, keep going.
And it says, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death.
See?
And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake.
Precious in the eyes of the Lord is the death of his saints.
That's right.
So we have to meditate on those things. You know, he that will lose his life for my name's sake shall find it.
That's right.
Back in that, brother.
Back in Matthew 26 and verse 17. Now the first day of the feast of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Yahawashi, saying unto him, Where would thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover? And he said, Go into the city to such a man, and say unto him, The master said, My time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples.
See? So that proves Deuteronomy 16 that we just read, where the Lord will choose the place.
Yep,
See?
Yep, that's right.
So Yahawashi had them go to a man that in the spirit was setting up the Passover, and he didn't know in the spirit he was setting it up for his Savior, ultimately.
Right.
You know?
Keep going. Verse 19, it says, And the disciples did as Yahawashi had appointed them, and they made ready the Passover. Now when the even was come, he sat down with the 12, and as they did eat, he said, Verily I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me. And they were in that.
And that's what is that, brother? Jude, where some have crept in unaware.
Yeah, Jude.
So Judas didn't know that he ultimately was to be with Yahawashi to betray him. You know.
I got you, bro.
Yeah, even if you put a little tape, something right here in the front to hold it. If you want to grab this and do that little, you know, and just stick it right like that.
Right.
It's the road's bumpy. You know, it's Babylon. Bumpy as Babylon, man. You see the camera shaking. That's because of Esau's roads, man. You know, this is like an ancient journey. So you got to think, too, Jake would have to travel to Jerusalem from all around the world, you know, in that region, you know, in that region. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
There you go. Yeah, just something that right in that